Welcome to Charts Today. My name is David Linton, and today's edition for Monday, the 7th of November, comes to you from London. Quite a bit of green on the screen this morning. So just looking at, first of all, the dollar index, just nudging this 110 level. Quite interesting to see that if we break that, we start to see the beginnings of a lower low. So the run in the dollar might be coming near an end. It's too early to call it, of course, on the long-term trend, but that move below 110 for the dollar would be significant. The euro is still below parity, so even though we've got a weaker dollar, the reality is that we are still in a downtrend. We are again just seeing the sort of beginnings of a higher low, higher high, not really showing up very clearly on the weekly, but we've got these downside targets hanging over us. The Japanese yen sitting at 146. We know the Bank of Japan tends to intervene at around 150. And looking at sterling, that's regaining a little bit of ground, sitting at that sort of 114.70 level, back above the cloud on the short-term chart, with targets to 117 and 119. So sterling is taking a cue from the fiscal stance that the UK government is now adopting, and against the euro, we're sitting at 114.75, looking a little bit better there, but not yet above the cloud on the short term. Bitcoin just sitting fairly static around 20,000. The S&P 500 was up 1.4% on Friday, so that recovering some of the losses we saw in the week. The Nasdaq was actually lower in the week. We see that red candle there. And quite a lot of tech stocks, of course, selling off quite heavily. The futures this morning are up 0.5% on the S&P future and on the Nasdaq, so it does look like we will go higher. The FTSE future today is down 0.5%, and the DAX in Germany is actually up 1%. So markets are a little bit more cheerful at the start of the week, and we saw Asia mostly higher as well. Japan was up 1%, and the Hang Seng up another 3%. So we're seeing this real bounce at the 15,000 level, a real relief rally there. And if we look at the Aussie market, that was up 0.6%. So also looking a little bit better. We'll look at the energy mix in a minute. Looking at wheat, we've fallen back 0.7%, so we are lower there. Gold still sitting below the 1700 mark, and we are seeing silver back above $20, so that's looking a little bit better there, so that's quite key. Tech stocks, the thing to watch this week will be Apple. Can we hold this 130 low that we saw back in June? That's going to be the real question. There's already some news circulating that there's going to be delays on phones with China COVID lockdown, so that's quite interesting to see. And we've got these downside targets. Of course, Apple really is the bellwether, and if that breaks low below 130, then that's going to be very bad for US equities. Looking at the energy mix, we've got Brent crude sitting at 98.70, just knocking on the door of $100. This is my daily and my weekly charts and the corresponding point and figure charts, so quite key there. US nat gas looking a bit stronger, just nudging that $7 mark. Emissions are struggling. They're now sort of sitting between this 75-80 level, and that's really going to be the thing to watch. We've got a new upside target just kicked in this morning to 79.90, just below that 80 euro mark, and so it is not yet activated, so that's something to watch. Gas prices are lower. We've gone out as bearish for the day and for the week to clients, and German power is down 2%, so we're seeing some weakness creeping in. That's it for today. Remember to keep an eye on your news there and the alerts in your enterprise systems. We are just seeing these targets constantly coming in. Until tomorrow, happy charting. Bye for now.